Hey viewers, good news! We have just produced and launched our latest e-learning series, Creating Great Voice Recordings. This e-learning series is 100% free of charge. Yes, all proudly brought to you by Ceremonic, the company that specializes in making remarkable audio devices. Ceremonic, thank you so much for making this possible. So viewers and subscribers and learners, hurry, head on to my website, check under e-learning, and this course is yours to have, completely free, and learn all about microphone, the different types of microphone, what are polar patterns, what are phantom powers, how do they work, and with that knowledge you can turn your voice and audio recording into a new skill that can potentially make you money. And all this is made possible by our co-branded partners Ceremonic. Thank you for making this possible. You know what? Why not I share with you one episode from this whole series here, Creating Great Voiceovers. Enjoy. Alright, now we have reached the part of the videos that will teach you how you can use the SRMV7000 for actual real-life use cases. Instead of just using it for podcasts or vlog, you can take this to the next level that can probably make you a solid income. The first one, I'm going to show you how you can become a voice-over artist. At this point, I know what you're thinking. You're going like, hey Andrew, I don't have a boomy, growly voice like those I hear in radio commercials. How are you going to turn me into a voice-over artist? Well, here's the good news. You have been thinking it wrongly. As the world rushes into quality, on-demand, and swift turnaround of content, producers want audio files quickly and effortlessly. Now with the SRMV7000, you can do this very easily. And apart from that, there's one thing I want you to remember. Look at these three great legends. David Attenborough, Casey Kasem of America Top 40, and Morgan Freeman. They don't have great boomy voices, but they have this unique voice characteristic that no one else in the world has. So as long as you train yourself, follow a few tricks that I'm gonna guide you, you're gonna be a great voice-over artist. Let's get started. Okay, this is the place. You notice that there is no music and there's no audio, but the footage is good. I'll do a VO now. You just go back a little bit and play this so that I make sure that I get the right timing, okay? Right, you ready? Audio recording, and go. Hang on a minute. You're probably thinking now like, hey, is Andrew special? How does he get to shoot in KLCC Mall without the security kicking me out? Nope, I'm not special. The security turned up and stopped us and escorted us to the security office where we were interrogated. The timing is just perfect. So viewers, let me go through with you the final tips and tricks of how you can do voiceover perfectly on your own. Tip number one, the distance to the microphone when you speak is really important. If you look at the official documentation of the SRMV7000, you realize that it requires you to be 20 centimeters away from the pop filter. Well, let me teach you an easier hack of how I use that distance. I do this, and this is how far I should be speaking to the pop filter to get the optimum volume and sound quality. Oh hey, later on, I'll teach you how if you close onto this distance and change the angle of the mic, you alter the properties of your voice drastically. Number two, timing and script. But if you look at the way that I work, you notice that I didn't use a script. Well, that's because I've been doing this every day. But if you're new to this, it's always best to have a script. Write it down and then keep it in your phone and read off the phone. And timing is really important. That was why I had a screen in front of me to make sure that I don't speak too long or too short. Timing. Capacity is approximately 2 metal.
Andrew, so can we start?
Hang on, I haven't rehearsed yet. Rehearse. Rehearsing is really important because if you don't rehearse, you're going to be making a lot of bad takes. That itself is rehearsing. So let's rehearse this. Did you know condenser microphones are also called capacitor microphones? A condenser microphone works. Good, I think I'm ready. Let's record this.
Alright, camera and action.
Wait, important tip. Breathe and take your time and open your mouth to speak. Let me show you what I mean. Breathing is so important because without breath, you cannot do the whole sentence of the script here. Did you know condenser microphones are also called capacitor microphones? And for a good reason. I need to have a good breath for that to work. So breathe.
Okay, recording.
Wait, hang on. I need my hands.
Why do you need your hands?
Important tip. You need your hands and your full bodily facial expression to deliver a good narration because emotion drives the speech. Let me show you what I mean. Did you know condenser microphones are also called capacitor microphones? And for a good reason. A capacitor is essentially two metal plates in close proximity. See how I did close? I needed my hand. If I just go close proximity, it's lacking in emotion. Excellent! After a few narrative voiceover projects, I'm pretty sure you're ready to take your skill to the next level. This is where I'm going to show you how you can alter the characteristic of your own voice and achieve those commercial quality sounding voice properties. Let's try this. Excellent! You know how to set this mic correctly now, and you also know the finer tips of how to do voiceover. Let's do a motorcycle ad. Audio recording and action.
Go for the ride. Hit the roads. Forget what's at the back. It's what ahead that matters. Because this is what life is about. The ride, the power, the excitement, the adventure. The ride that matches you. Because this overcomes everything. Conquest Bike.
Okay, let me share with you the secrets of what I do to make my voice sound a little bit more commercial-like. Firstly, you notice that I'm speaking even closer to the microphone now. This is because I want it to be stronger in sound and I don't need to project that much. That way I can control my voice better. By doing so, will create quite a fair bit of plosive sound or my mouth sound. So I need to open up my mouth and at the same time angle my mouth towards the pop filter in such a way that it doesn't create too much of plosive sound. And finally, one of the best kept secret that I have, that facial reaction and that emotion is important. Notice how I look like a bad biker to get that deep growly voice. So when I'm closer to the mic, I can get deeper in voice and lower my voice too. This is how it sounds like when I go closer. I can sound a little bit more biker bad. Now let's take a look at how I do it all this even better in post. Firstly, I open up the recorded file in my favorite free editing app, Audacity. You can download this here. I like it because it's free. And then what I do, I increase the volume by amplifying it. You can try between 3 to 5, but it depends on how loud you actually speak. And right after I do so, I would take a small sample where there is background sound only without me speaking. This will be the baseline of the noise. And then I use the noise remover to isolate the noise and remove the noise. Now I have a clean base of audio to work with. I need to make myself sound deeper and slower. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to adjust my pitch. You can bring this down between the value of -1, -2. Try not to be above -3, otherwise it's going to be too awkwardly slow. This will make you sound deeper in voice, thus giving you that commercial feel. And after I've adjusted or lowered my pitch, giving me a lower boomy voice, I'm going to slow down so that it sounds a little bit more serious because it's a bike commercial ad after all. And finally, before I save the file, because I'm speaking so close to the microphone now, you're going to hear a lot of my mouth and tongue clicking sound. And that's where I do this. I select those parts and then I create and generate silence. In other words, I deleted all those clicking sound. And there you go. I have a deeper, better sound, like a biker now. That's really like a commercial ad now.
Go for the ride. Hit the roads.
Try this the next time you want to make your voice sound different. Well, the values may be different, but I'm sure you get a hang of finding what is the suitable values for you in your audio editing app.